MLB, the commissioner's office, the only reason, listen, the pine tar on balls, the spitballs, the Vaseline on ball, all these things that they have done, the nail cutters that Joe Negro used to use, all these things that they have done and they're going to crack down on this year with the ball is really because of the offense. They want to make sure that the offense picks up in the sport. They don't like the home runs, but they want offense. And they want to, have an opportunity where these relievers or if anybody's cheating and using the foreign substance to make the ball do crazy things and make it harder on the offense, they want to avoid that because they want the ball to be hit. They want balls in play is what they want. And they don't want all the home runs because they've changed the ball a little bit this year because they always get killed for the balls are Titleist when it leaves the ballpark. So they've changed it, and they're going to try to, maybe prevent so many long balls. Whether that is successful remains to be seen. But this last move here is essentially done so the sport can get, a little more offense going, a little more singles, a little less strikeouts, make it a little easier for the offense. They want more offense in the sport, and more so than that, they want the ball in play. That's what they really want. And the ball has not been in play that much. Strikeouts, so the ball leaves the park. But that's what that's about. Tony in Dallas, he's with us here, and he's on Mad Dog Unleashed. Tony, good afternoon. How are you today, pal? What do you have? Tony.
Boy, Christopher, you love stirring the pot when you say you don't want to stir the pot. A couple of points to the women's soccer. When you did your greatest sporting events to end the decade around the Ali Frazier anniversary, I was shocked that nobody called in and said the gold medal game when the U.S. beat China with the kicks in the end, the Brandy Chastain year. You want to look at ratings. You want to look at where people were when that game was being played. Everybody remembers where they were. Millions and millions of people watch that game. I can't.
That was the Olympic gold medal. Was that in L.A.?
That was in L.A. That was in the
94, right?
Yeah.
Was that 94?
94. Yep.
Yeah, I don't put that on that level myself.
Well, I know
plus
you
the fact,
don't.
Yeah, plus, but I wouldn't. But to be fair, I wouldn't put a men's thing on that level either.
And
I am not putting any soccer event in this country as one of the great events in the 20th century. I'm not doing that. I am not putting an imported sport, which that sport is. I am not putting an imported sport on the boxing, baseball, football, basketball, hockey level. I know hockey imported.
Because hockey's not imported.
But I'm not doing it.
Because hockey.
Yeah, well, all right, okay, fine. Grown? I mean, but there's always been American teams. There's always been.
Chris, I mean, again.
Well, yeah, the NHL started with the Rangers, the Bruins, the Red Wings, and the Blackhawks.
The Canadiens,
and the Maple Leafs. And the Maple Leafs.
Okay.
That's it. The 6 teams. But 4 teams are American teams. 4 teams are American teams.
I understand it's your list, but the other point that I wanted to make on your argument here is you also have to consider first the MLS is like 85% European. So I don't know where you.
That is not true. I don't know. I don't think that is true.
Chris.
Aren't you only allowed to bring in a certain amount of Europeans on your team? You can't have a whole team full of Europeans.
If we had that many Americans that were good, Chris, we wouldn't be getting bounced in the first round and not even making the qualifier. So
we did make the qualifier 8 years ago. I don't think that is true. I don't know what. I'd have to look it up. But I do know they used to have a limit of the amount of European soccer players on each team in the MSL. Now, I don't know if that has changed, but it used to be 2 or 3. You want to tell me now they can have the whole team be European? I don't know that. We'd have to check that.
No, the last point I wanted to make, and you made a good point about, what drives the economy and stuff. Look, remember, Chris, in the 80s, it was not cool for girls to play basketball because they were stereotyped as big, ugly, and tall, unorthodox girl, and they didn't want to play basketball. Now more girls are playing basketball. It's become cooler. Now you have girls that are wanting to play flag football. That's become cooler. So you have to consider that you have to give these sports time. The WNBA was bankrupt, and now it's not. You have, to that last caller's point, the NCAA women's tournament gets better. And the last one I wanted to make is, remember, Chris, in some of these countries you're talking about where the men's are better, remember in Chile, in Italy, and some of these other societies, the women are told to stay home and raise babies, not to go out and play a men's sport.
And that is why I don't know what the reason is. But that is why, Tony, if you win a Women's World Cup, yeah, it's a lot easier for the U.S. team to do that than it is for the men's team. That's the difference.
That's true. That's true. But
That's the
first
point I'm
time
trying
we
to make.
did it-
And all the women argument is with the Women's World Cup, well, look what we do and the men do nothing. So why don't we get equal? I understand that argument, but you got to be honest and you got to be fair to yourself. Hold on now. If you're going to make that argument, be at least fair and say, I got to be honest. It's a lot easier for us with the competition level than it is for them. And they never say that.
And that's the case now because we take women's soccer for granted because they're so good. But when we won in '94 and we beat Big Bad China, it was a big deal, Chris.
Well, we didn't win. I was the Olympic gold medal. That was not a World Cup.
I mean, the World Cup. Well, whoever we beat in the World Cup, that was a big deal. That was a big deal.
Well, I didn't think it was that. That didn't turn me on as a sports fan, but no soccer is. So I can't even say, and good call, Tony, no soccer is going to do that much for me personally, whether it's men or women. So I shouldn't even comment on that. That they won on penalty kicks, and they beat China, whoever they beat. My only point is the degree of difficulty is what I'm getting at. That's my first point. Don't compare the degree of difficulty to winning an NCAA men's basketball championship compared to winning a women's basketball. How many titles has Oriama won at UConn? 11? How many has he won? Did somebody look that up? Now, Wooden won 10 50 years ago because he had, obviously Kareem and Walton, as we just know. How many has Oriama won in the last 20 years? He probably won 11 titles, 12 titles. I don't even know what the number is. Has anybody else, has anybody in the men's side done that? Krzyzewski's won 5. That's it, 5. Oriama and, Calhoun won 3. How many has Gino win? That tells you something. The men, you can't win. It's too many good teams. Too many good teams. 19 in front of the hour. We continue. We're on Mad Dog Unleashed. Don't